Hello. Welcome to Friday Night Crafting with the Kaiju. Me, I'm the Kaiju. Lawson, your Kaiju's favourite Kaiju. How's everybody doing? I'm good, we're having a good Friday. Or wherever it is where you are. I assume still Friday. Maybe not. If it's not Friday where you are, let me know. Hello, Dr. Bacon. Hello, Shadow Star. Hello, Julianne Donnelly. Hello, Jorge. Hello, Joseph. Hello, Lars. That's good stuff. So, it's been another week. I mean, I was here yesterday because we got sent Cursed City. So I did an unboxing and a first impressions on that. And so you can check that out on the channel. I've just realised, really, I hope you guys can hear me. I really do, because I've just got, because Jenko, buddy of ours on the channel, gave me a recommendation for a new microphone. I ordered it last night. It arrived today. I've kind of just sort of plugged it in, did the thing where it should be like, yay, it works. But I haven't really checked if it actually does work, because I'm never too sure how these things work unless it's going live. So, technical difficulties are always part of a loud stream, as is Huggins. So hope y'all can hear me. I hope I'm coming through all right. But who knows? We'll find out. We'll find out when people will just be like, "Nah, can't hear you." But you know, whatever. We'll find out. So yes, we got sent Cursed City. Did the unboxing and everything like that. That was great. And that's lovely. That's good. That's good. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Yeah. Do I sound better than I did in previous streams? That's the main thing. Because I did a test and I had to play it back and it's like, oh, that sounds very nice. It doesn't sound so crackly and like I'm coming at you from the inside of a bin. Which is the main thing that we're looking for. And so we unboxed it. It's fantastic. There's loads of models. There's loads of cool stuff going on. So I said that I would tonight, I'll get something built, I'll prime something, I'll sit down and we'll paint it. So what I've chosen is what's called the Vargskyr. This you're not gonna autofocus, are you? Of course you're not. Why would you? That would be easy and fun. Boo! Right, okay, anyway. Hang on. There we go. Yeah. Do some of the old studio engineering manual focus. No, that's out. That's better. We do a zoom. That's better. Hey, look at me go. I'm a guy with camera difficulties. But that looks better. Yeah, so a Vargskyr is... I'll tell you what a Vargskyr is, because I got the handy dandy quest book here that tells you. So Vargskyr is like, not all who are bitten by Radikar the Wolf and his kin are raised anew as true vampires themselves. Some are unable to control their bestial curse that seeps into their veins and devolve into the blood-hungry beasts known as the Vargskyr. Their flesh splits apart, their bones crack and expand agonizingly, and thick, wiry fur covers their flanks. 3 times the height of a mortal human, a Vargskyr's body is corded with lithe strength, the manifestation of the ancient Vikros bloodline. They can wrench a human's head from their shoulders with a single twist, and when they fall to all fours and pursue their prey, few creatures in all the realms can outrun them. Vargskyrs are also capable of frightening cunning befitting their predatory nature. They will stalk a victim patiently, sometimes for many hours, before falling upon them in a frenzy of slashing claws and teeth. Nasty, nasty, nasty man, nasty bastards that they are. So basically, they are vampires who have gone a bit wrong, which you can kind of see here with him being a big old monster man. So I want him to look painful. I want him to look sort of like a bit pained and like grim, that kind of thing. But at the same time, very colourful, because I like, you know, I don't paint for the shop that I'm in. I'm painting for the gaming store across town. So, we shall pop open a bit of canned anxiety. Tonight's beverage is Monster Energy Ultra. Let's go for it. So what I've done already is primed him using a dark neutral grey. Then I went over with, what is it called, Iron Rack. Is it Iron Rack or Deep Skin? Yeah, Iron Rack skin. So it's sort of an off-white, there's a slight sort of green to it. It's quite a putrid colour. I like it, but it makes a very good skin colour as a base to work with, and then you can go for other weird and wonderful stuff from there. So, with there, so first things first, I want to get the, we'll block in some of the fur, I think. Nice. Give it a good old shake, shake the devil out of it. And I got a bunch of new brushes, just some cheap synthetic ones, so I'm going to try and use a bit more of them tonight, see how that goes. We shall see, we shall see. I've been playing around with them the past couple of days and they've been nice. I was trying to take my own advice and be like, you don't need the fanciest things in life, so I just got some not so fancy brushes. Yeah, we're just gonna just something nice, and because this is also a sort of a bit of a litmus test for how I'm going to be doing the whole vampire army eventually. So this is, I thought the Vargskyr would be a good one, given the fact that he's not got any armor or sort of any like regiment colors or metallics or anything like that. He's just a big naked wolf Batman. That's a good way to lock in some colors. Dr. Bacon, if the devil's in the details, then God is in this room. Let's have a nice one. So, oh yeah, that's all fur there. There we go. Lovely. So yeah, I wanted to do something here. That could be sort of like easily completed, but like, you know, something that's nice, a bit of a speed paint that we're looking for here. So not overly fancy, but still something that'll still make an impact on the tabletop. Because the main thing I want to do is make sure that this is all painted up for when we play. Because I did a fairly good job with Silver Tower. I managed to get most of that painted up. The only thing that actually I never got painted up was the Gaunt Summoner, which was like the end boss. Never actually painted him up. Strange, but here we are. Is it? Is it the 42nd anniversary of Gundam? Jesus. Jesus. That is so cool. 42 years of Gundam. That's amazing. Because the RX-70, the life-size RX-78, that was for the 40th, wasn't it? But it was a little bit behind schedule. Dr. Bacon, what is your favourite? What's your favourite Gundam? I'm sure we've had this conversation before. Or just your favourite mecha, really, just in general. It could be, you know. Hey, Vu. That's mad. It doesn't feel like something that has gone on for like nearly, you know, half a century, but bananas. I'm down for it though. Shows how good it is. Been going for 42 years. Still going strong. Shouldn't get there. Mazen Kaiser. Nice, nice. I don't know Shin Getter. Mazen Kaiser, I think I know Mazen Kaiser. Hey, Jackaped, good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Pull up a pew. We're painting monsters. As always, if anyone's got any questions about mini painting or Warhammer or anything like that, or if anybody's got a good question just in general, I'll see what I can do to answer. I completely forgot to put the music on. I can do that in a second. That's what I was gonna. I was in a bit of a rush today. So yeah, I left that channel. What shall we have? What shall we have? Industrial? No. Punk? No. Oh. There we go. Just let me know as always if you can hear the background stuff. So apparently this is from a station called Spooky. More of Voltron and Robotech. There you go, I appreciate Gundam. I've never watched Voltron. And I've never watched. I don't think I've ever watched Robotech. But then again, I've seen a handful of episodes of like Gundam Wing. I've seen Iron-Blooded Orphans. I just love big robots. Just a big fan of the big robots. Hey, crazy dog. Good to see you, mate. How you doing? You keeping crazy? I know, right? Shadow Star. Like I'm moving up in the world. Like I'm starting to. This is borderline becoming professional. Ah, that's very cool. Didn't they just sort out like a Macross and Robotech thing? There was some kind of legal dispute between the two of them or something like that, or naming rights, and they finally got that sorted. Like literally just like 2 days ago or something. I'm sure I saw that as like a newsfeed headline, but like my newsfeed is weird, the stuff that it tells me, that it thinks is relevant news to me. I remember in the mornings before school I'd watch Biker Mice from Mars. That was always pretty cool. Oh, and Mummy's Alive. That was even cooler. Hey Daryl, how's it going, man? Keeping well? Pull up a pew, we're painting monsters. Aye, Mummy's Alive was the one. My favourite growing up was I just genuinely miss Saturday morning cartoons. Like, oh, there was only one spooky in that playlist. Right, that worked. Right, what else have we got here? Do you know what? We'll just go for the good old. Aye, well. Yes, there was a Highlander cartoon. There was a Conan the Barbarian cartoon. There was a RoboCop cartoon. There was a Mortal Kombat cartoon. You're like, okay. Gen 1 Transformers was kick-ass. I was a big fan of Mighty Max when I was a kid. Yes, James Bond Jr. Vu, I'm glad that you brought. I'm glad that you said that, because for the longest time I just thought I was having some kind of like, I don't know, false memory. I was like, James Bond Jr. I was like, that's not a thing. So you need to stop huffing so much, you know, paint fumes and solvents. There you go. You've got my back. I know. I have this really bad tendency of just going into like nostalgia trips about weird and wonderful stuff. So we'll talk about contemporary cartoons. Is anyone watching Invincible? Because I'm not up to date. I think I'm like one episode behind. It's like one came out today, I think. Not watched that. There we go. Lots of fur in there. Oh, Invincible's great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Marco, for subscribing. That's awesome. That's fair, Dr. Bacon. It's like, yeah, I'm only watching it because it's on Amazon Prime. Invincible. It's great stuff. It's adapted from the Robert Kirkman comic book, which people like Mikey have raved about for years, but I've never got around to reading. So now I'm just watching it, play out on TV. Which works pretty well. Monster Rancher. I like how that, like, I always love that there's like, you know, the age-old thing of like, oh, Digimon, Pokemon, and I'm like, one, I was that horrible kid that was like, can't we all just get along and enjoy it? And I was also like, but Monster Rancher. It's like, Monster Rancher is great. Like, let's enjoy that as well. I've not watched Pennyworth, but mainly because I'm really burnt out on like Bat-related, like Batman-related stuff. After Gotham, and then they announced Pennyworth, I'm like, come on. That's Disenchantment, Lars. Also very good. Oh, this is a bop. Hey, alright, John. Okay, so I've got like the fur locked in. So he's got these webbed bits in with his ears. I want to make them look at the webbing around his. So what I might do there is I'm doing well, John. I'm painting a big old buggin. Actually, something like this. I probably want to shade the whole model first, and then yeah. Was there a new Card Captors? I just remember like Card Captors Sakura when I was a kid, and that was about it. See, I need to go back and finish part... Is it part 4 of JoJo? Whichever one's got Josuke. Started watching it and I kind of... Like, I wasn't a big fan of it when I first started watching part 4, but that was mainly down to the fact that, like, I didn't realise that it is deliberately supposed to be, like, a slice of life anime style. I was like, you find these guys and then they just turn up later and they're, oh, is all this forgiven? They're not part of, like... It's like, Dio has nothing to do with this? Yes, that's right. They've just announced that that's gone into production. That's cool as fuck. So I think I probably could have watered this shade down a bit, but in for a penny, in for a pound. You know what I mean.
You know what I mean. I've overdone it a little bit, but it'll be fine. We'll just work it. We'll style it out.
We'll style it. It's fine. It's fine. Stop panicking, people. People. Hold on to your loved ones and stuffed animals. It's fine. Don't panic. Don't panic. I've put the wash on too heavy, but we've started, so we'll finish. Thing as well with a big model like this is once you start using a wash on somewhere, you've really got to like finish the areas off, otherwise you get really unsightly tide marks. So it is really one of those moments when you kind of just like, I've made a huge mistake. This is not right. But I got to keep going, otherwise it'll look worse. Which I'm sure is a good sort of a teachable lesson in your life to, like, just, even if you make a mistake, see it through to the end. Don't bail out, because you can fix a made mistake, but you can't always fix. You can't fix half a mistake. I don't know. It's not a perfect metaphor, but here we are. We'll wash the fur as well, because I've managed to hit a bunch of the fur already, so I might as well just like wash the whole thing. That way we've washed the whole thing. The whole thing is washed. John, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Sorry, I've not checked the chat for a little while. We'll see what's going on here. Remember Metabot? I do remember Metabot. It was awesome. Classics soon. Fantastic. Need to finish Fairy Tail. I started watching Fairy Tail years ago when I was in a real depression funk. Got to like episode 150, something like that. Then can't remember. Can't remember where I left off, and so now I've just left Fairy Tail entirely alone. But I absolutely loved what I watched. It was great fun. Very wholesome adventure entertainment, which I really liked. Amazing, sweet Jesus, the Hush, awesome. John, what did we say? Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. It's fine. It's fine. We got this. So if you're gonna fuck up, make sure it's a real good fuck up. Exactly, Lars. There we go. That's the wisdom. That's the wisdom, Lawson. If you can't be the best, at least be the most. Metabot's right, Jan. I keep yelling it needs a new game or show. I would like, yeah, I wouldn't say no to like a new Metabot show or something like that, or a new, or a new toy line, because I remember that there was a Metabot's toy line where you'd have like the framework of a Metabot, and then like you just get like random like blister packs of armor points and you put them together. That was cool as hell. But like I really love customizable toys. Exactly. Fuck it up to the extreme. Fuck it up to the extreme, but then fix it to the extreme. Don't just fuck it up to the extreme and then pull the ripcord, smoke a fatty, and walk away. That's not cool. Don't leave somebody else to fix your extreme fuck ups. You know, own your extreme fuck ups and then, you know, work on them. Because you just found out a way to extremely fuck up, which means somewhere in there will be a kernel, like a compressed diamond of knowledge of you how to not do that and fix what you just did. John, oh god, John, I'm so sorry, John, just like sit down, get a cold compress on your foot, like just regulate your breathing. It's fine. Can someone check on John? I think this wash thing's really sent him into a spiral here. Oh hell. Okay, so while we are letting that obscene amount of wash dry, I am going to start doing some bits and pieces on the base, I reckon. So what I did with the base, so these bases, this base right here is a custom base that I made. I did it with using a textured rolling pin. This is like a vampire themed one. I bought it months ago because I had the idea of like a vampire themed army, and then vampires came out, and I was like, it's like sometimes my genius and foresight scare me. So I have a bunch of like vampire themed stuff that I bought months ago, sat waiting, ready. Yes, this is my time. Good stuff. Mrs. gave me a cup of tea and a Scotch egg. She's good. She's good people, John. She's good people. Right. So yes, the base is sort of like vampire print themed. You can't see it too well because there's a great big bloody Vargskyr in the way. But you can kind of see it's got some like vampire iconography going on there and some like general gubbins, which is quite cool. Oh, thank God. Oh, John's going to be okay. John's going to be okay. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Oh, I did like the Beast Wars. The Beast Wars toys were very cool. Don't look at them now, though. My advice to you is all the toys that you remember in your head, don't look them up on Google now. They're awful. Like, they're just shit. They're just all a bit shit now. Okay, what we're going to do here. So first of all, I think probably maybe a slightly smaller brush. Because according to this is a size 7, which is potentially one of the largest brushes I've ever used to paint a mini. Yes, it did bring out a lot of the details, so you can see. Very cool. Like, it's a very sinewy, very like lithe creature. It has got quite a cute tail, which I find hilarious. Over here, so we'll try and sort of just paint the base. I said we're going to use a smaller brush, but then I realised I'm painting a base here, so I'm probably going to use an even bigger brush. Ooh, another banger. This is a bit of a bop as well. So just, that is way too dry. Gotta work down that paint. There we go. That's a bit, still pretty dry. Just dip it off. See how that goes. Pretty sure Scale Electrics is still going. I think Micro Machines are as well. Ah, fair. I tell you what, there's a grim part of me that would really love to get their hands on a Furby again. Hey, Jenko! How's it going, lad? Right, everybody in the chat, can we please give a huge congratulations to Jenko the Red, who is currently celebrating his 10-year anniversary with Mrs. the Red. So big, huge congratulations to Jenko. Please and thank you. And on a personal note, thank you very much for the microphone recommendation, Jenko. It arrived today and it's lovely. It's lovely, as you can potentially hear. Oh yeah, see, look at that, big pops for Jenko the Red. Big pops for the big ledge himself. Alright, Darren, man. Hey, don't apologise for being late, dude. It's fine, it's fine. Notifications can be a bit screwy sometimes. It's totally cool. There's been times where there was once, I remember I streamed, I think it was like the D&D stream, and then 20 minutes later I got a notification on my phone saying that Live and Let's Dice had gone live. And I was like, that's interesting. I was like, my first reaction was, you motherfuckers, are you playing shit without me? Turns out no. They weren't. YouTube was just being a bit of a dick. Delicious giant brushes. Oh. The main thing is here, Darren, though, you're here now. And I hope you're doing well. Oh. Exactly, Dr. Bacon gets it. You're here when you're here, and now you're here. So you're here. How's this all looking? So it's still a bit wet in places, but it's drying off. That's fine. That's okay. You quite thanks, Mrs. the Red is me. Ah, and a big hello to Mrs. the Red. Congratulations to you too. Since you were I assume that you have been an integral part in this this 10 years of being together. Let's see, is there anything else I can actually do while the other part's dry? I suppose I could start working around the places and the things. So I will. It's technical terms here on Crafting with the Kaiju. I'm working around the places and the things with the stuff. Sometimes paint. But we're not going to use this big bastard brush. It's too big. This comically large brush. That's bigger than the one we were before. Yeah, we'll try this one. Sometimes you just gotta do that, Vu. Oh! Oh, Oh, Shadowstar, I forgot to ask, you were going to watch the B movie with your friend the other week. How'd that go? You enjoy yourself? Painting's relaxing. Couldn't have done the 10 years by myself. Is that because, Jenko, my boy, that you do a fair bit more screaming than I do when you paint? Could that be it? Scream when I paint it, add gravitas. I like it. I like it a lot. I dig that. I can fuck with that just for real, Django. Right. Yeah. And I'm watching two dudes from Japan try every type of alcohol for 30 minutes. Yeah, that's pretty good. Extreme painting. Yeah, we are getting pretty extreme. Jenko may be getting more extreme than myself if he is screaming while he paints. You had your teenager painting a model with a toothpick. Beautiful. Beautiful. Looks like you've been painting and put in the fryer. Was it not a beautiful expression of pointillism? Hey, Jekka. Good to see you. Can't remember whether they said anything since they arrived. But I know I said something in Discord. I can't remember if I said anything on the stream. But Jekka very kindly sent me and Mikey some beautiful custom canvases that she'd made, and they both hang pride of place over our respective work desks. So thank you so much, Jekka, because instantly it's made our living room look so much better. To get some actual, like, proper art in it. Because beforehand was 2 metal plates that had Warhammer stuff written on them, and a world map on a canvas that I don't remember. I think it was there when we moved in. And my personal favourite is we have a framed photo of Jim Pickens, because Mikey really likes Jim Pickens. Oh, what are you getting for lunch, View? I had some bao buns for lunch. They were delicious. Gotta work on these toasty buns now. Getting the creamy light buns that we all aspire to. See, I'm in an age. Yeah. See, that's it. I'm in an age now where I've got to buy frames for posters because it's not cute for a man in his 30s to hang just like plain blue tack posters to the wall. So I gotta get frames for stuff, but I keep forgetting to get frames for anything. Like, I've only just started remembering to like buy stackers for the inordinate amount of paints that I buy. Got to a stage now that, like, it used to be I would buy, like, a load of paints, and then, like, maybe, like, one storage stacker. Now, I'm, like, ordering, like, 3 storage stackers and, like, 1 paint. That's personal growth of a kind. I'm not sure. Oh, another banger. I just dig this beat. Like, I can't sing and I can't dance, but I am unashamedly one of those people that will sing and dance when left to his own devices. I love having a boogie in the kitchen while I'm cooking dinner. Night Shadow Star, I shall see you when I see you. Sleep well, all that jazz. Take care of yourself. Okay, so yeah, I just went basically over everything again, and I think me ever actually, like, because I can't drive, and so I don't have a car or anything like that, but I think it would be very, very dangerous for me to be behind the wheel of a car while there's music playing, because I'll just be like, argh! Like, as soon as that theme from Amora hits, like, that's it, that'll be game over. I'll just be like, I'll just mount the curb. Yeah, I've got like two Google Homes. I've got one in the kitchen, and I've got one in the the living room, workroom. So when I'm cooking and have some music playing, it's great. Or when I'm in like sat at my hobby desk, like cracking away with some paints and stuff like that, I'll just get something on, get some like Blood for Blood going, like Nail Bomb. Fucking love Nail Bomb. Who else have I been listening to lately? I've been going back through my old, like, grunge, because grunge saved us from hair metal. There's nothing wrong with hair metal, but we did need saving from it. So I thank Nirvana for bringing grunge to popular attention, but they weren't that great at it. Pearl Jam were better. And who else was it? Filter, they were great. Alice in Chains, amazing. Yeah, exactly. How do people clean without music? Yeah, I don't know if this again. So, I used to be a janitor long time ago. I was a school janitor, and it was basically like pretty much, you know, you get uniform and things like that. You're just allowed to stick it. You could have one earphone in, have the music, and go. And then they tried to change that. Like, it wasn't like our manager or anything that tried to change it. It was the higher ups that tried to change it. Like, they didn't want any phones or any iPods or anything like that used. Suddenly, productivity just like went down, and they had like a big meeting about it, being like, "Oh, why do you think this is? Like, why do you think everybody's like it's taking longer for people to clean everything?" And you're just like, because you won't let me play Raining Blood while I'm cleaning a toilet. So you might want to let me do that. And then they did. We had a good time. Oh, Scar's great stuff too. Like, Scar, industrial, everything like that. Like, I do enjoy rock music. I like hip hop as well. I like some like old school hip hop. Like, I like going to like Jurassic 5 occasionally. That's good. I like Jurassic 5. So, is everything just about dry? I think it is. That's good, because we're going to do another bit of a wish. Oh, big tunes. So, guess what, this Seraphim Sepia says. You absolutely cannot kill the metal. You can kill Dio, but you can't kill the metal. Nine Inch Nails was a big part of my. I love that you call it. Well, yeah, I have been described as. To me, like, rap is something different. Like, I don't know, like rap to me is always like a lot more sort of like aggressive and personal, whereas hip hop is like a little bit more kind of like. We're in this, it's like more of like a performance kind of thing, like, you know, we're in this together and like we're a group. But like hip hop is like more about like the group effort of it, whereas rap I find is more like a very individualistic thing. I mean, that could be just me. I think I am also like a 3,000-year-old being masquerading as a 30-year-old man. So, you know, it could either or. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking this sepia tone, and I'm just going to wash it along like the back ridge of the hair here, just so there's like a little bit of tonal change. I might have to do like 1 or 2 like coats of this, but the idea is sound. In theory, who knows? Maybe I'll do it. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'll do it 2/3, because then there'll be more of a gradient. He's thinking. He's always thinking. We'll do like half the tail. just try and make sure. Actually, you know what? We'll do all of the tail because I'd like the idea of like a darker tail in general. So we'll do all of the tail. There we go. Nah, rabbits don't belong in the trash, man. It's good stuff. It's a good time. Actually, hang on, I'll just put that to one side because I will be coming back to that pretty shortly. Well, famous last words. Right. So what else are we gonna do? So I'm partly sort of playing this a little bit by ear, and partly I wanted to go off the GW's paint scheme that they've got a video for, so it's sort of like half and half. Yeah, Bring Me is still going, but I'm not a huge fan of them. And yeah, like Bring Me, there's a couple of songs that I'm alright with, but Bring Me for the most part don't do much for me. My Chemical Romance, they're a cultural phenomenon at this point. You can't get away from that. They are a cultural phenomenon. Black Parade is a banger of an album. It is an absolutely it's a fantastic concept. It's a brilliant journey, and it's just a well done record that is, I think, more accessible than people want to give it credit for. Like it's practically pop. Right, so what we're going to do here, we can get some Caribou Crimson, but I'm going to water it down. Recently bought Run DMC and Jam Master Chief. It's that thing, because I'm trying to like 3 members of NWA. That's cool, that's cool. Panic were really good. Panic at the Disco, really enjoyed them, but then they, like, for me, like, this is all personal stuff. Like, I'm not a huge, like, I don't know a huge amount about music. I just know what I like, and I know how I feel about music. Panic at the Disco were great, and then Panic at the Disco became just, it was just Brendan. Because he sort of, like, kind of got rid of the band. To me, it's like, he really is still the same band if you remove everybody but the front man. Oh, Jekka, right. I remember Simple Plan. I used to listen to Simple Plan, and I used to love Simple Plan, and I remember that song, I'm Just a Kid. And I absolutely loved them until I realised with Dawning Horror that they were serious. That I couldn't get away with them after that. I was like, oh, they mean this. Oh shit. Oh, just gonna turn you off then. And then yeah, that was that. Right, so Ronnie Vargskyr is a talented guy. He's a talented guy. Falling in Reverse did nothing. Don't really do much for me, but talented stuff. Right, so what I'm doing here is we're going to take some Caribou Crimson, but this is, yeah, Panic is just Brendan. Yeah, same with Nine Inch Nails, it's just Trent Reznor. It's the same sort of thing. But Nine Inch Nails started life like that, so I can kind of forgive it to a certain point. Whereas Panic became just Brendan Urie. I mean, you could have really called it. You could have called them the Wombats at one point, given the fact that, like, I think it was something like 80% of the band was made up of members of the Wombats. So Caribou Crimson is an incredibly strong colour, and I don't want to do what I did. I don't want to do what I did before and nearly put John into a coma with my overwashing. So I'm thinning it down with. Now everybody always says you get it's this stuff called Lamia Medium. Lamia Medium is expensive for how much you get. You get them in 12mm pots, and it's about £2.75. I make my own Lausium Medium because I'm a sucker for a pun. I also can't spell my own name apparently, and I make this by the litre, and it's basically the same sort of stuff, but it's a lot cheaper. But what it does is it dilutes the paint without like monkeying around with the properties of it too much, so it won't go chalky. But you'll just get like just a bit more of a subtle colour. He says famous last words. But with stuff like that, it means you can build up a colour layer by layer. Also not following the law, son. I think I did write that down while I was on a pretty heavy Windex binge. So you'll have to forgive me for that. Oh. Another big tune here. It also means you can sort of like run it, with it being quite subtle, you can build these things up so it kind of looks so very subtly to the extremities here. You can make the hands and arms look very sore over time. So it's not just like a very immediate or stark effect. Which is quite cool, because sometimes something a little bit subtle can work. Yes, there is. So there is 2 ideas for Lawhammered in the pipeline. One idea that we've been toying around with is a sort of Lawhammered light. So because that episode, the first episode of Lawhammered that I did, is it's half an hour long, and it took like 4 or 5 hours to film, mainly because I went through everything, and I also got sidetracked a lot because I was pissed. So it took a while to film. I had to take a couple of breaks, like piss breaks. So it took a while to film. So the two ideas. So the two ideas that we've got is a law-hammered light, so something a bit smaller, something like a quick little law video while I'm pished. You know, just like quick, like chapter history or like a speed rundown of the Legion, something like that, like I did with the Primarchs. And the other one is another longer form video on, where do I just put it? An old Broken Realms Techless. You know, I'll put it up to this one because you see it better there. Broken Realms Techless, because the Broken Realms series, Broken Realms narrative is popping. So I might do something. Hey, Dustin Rogers. Nice to see you. You rewatch it? Oh, Darren, that means a lot because it was one of the first things. Like, we filmed it about this time last year, actually, and we did it last year. It was about this time last year, so we were in like sort of a month into our first lockdown, and I was trying to think of stuff to do. We're locked down. Jules is in Wales. We can't go to the office. We can't really film anything. So we've got to like film something from home. So I was like, right, what about Lawhammered? So we did that, and then it took ages to edit because I can't edit properly, and then Mikey's computer was out of action. We had all sorts of problems and things. So I did a rough cut of the edit. Mikey managed to fix all the crap that I did. But fucking Jules comes in to be up for a Battered Realms video. Well, there's the title, Battered Realms. Lawhammered Live. Right, I will do a Lawhammered Live if Jules joins me. I'll 100%. I'll do a Lawhammered Live for charity if Jules joins me. Oh, God, you've slipped down the back there. Don't know why. Yes, live hammered. The Colosseum is full waiting for the verdict. Brilliant. Okay then, Jules, that's it. So me and you will do live hammered. We'll do live hammered for charity. We could do it on orcs. We could do anything. I think we should get the community to decide maybe like a week ahead of schedule, because then I've got a week to bone up on my knowledge and like try and remember. Well, like desperately try and remember stuff, so I can invariably forget it later when I am in a fog of El Dorado and Coke. Okay, so I think we can probably get a little bit stronger. So yeah, we'll get a little bit stronger just because I'm going to be here forever and a day. And I think I know how strong I want this to be, at least with the webbing here and the around here. Biotimus. Most biotimus indeed. Well, that's my thinking. That's my thinking for a bit for live hammered. You know, if we can raise some money, and get some, you know, help out some good causes, and you know, teach people a little more Warhammer lore. Or if you already know the Warhammer lore, you can come along and you can laugh your ass off at a drunk man desperately trying to remember it and failing. Oh. He absolutely better be. That's the whole point. This is why I said if Jules is gonna join us, then hell yes. Okay, so I don't know whether you can kind of see it on the, because I know my camera sort of washes things out a bit, but you can kind of see where I've got a little bit. He's a little bit more angry and red. Around his extremities. Like I need to do, like his talons need to be shown in. Calm down there. Oh, I'm having a whale of a time with these Monument Hobbies paints. I love them. The Pro Curl range has been great fun to play with. So I'm gonna... go for like a little bit darker if we can first. Then we'll lighten up. So it currently looks like he's got painted nails, but that's okay. Because this is all part of a larger game plan that I kind of have, and we'll see how it goes. And it probably won't go well, but that's fine. Because it's only paint, and we can repaint it. So if in the end we decide we don't like it, yeah, we'll just go back. Go back and do it again. Hey, Jaggerped, cheeky bastard. Yes, he does technically have painted nails, but we're acting like if he was real, he would have real painted nails, not plastic painted nails because he is plastic and painted. I hope you're following me, Jacobed, because I'm not entirely sure if I'm following myself here. Ooh. Scratch the old smooth brain there. Oh, he's got these little sort of nail things here on the... I don't know what to call these. Are these like winglets or shoulder pads? I don't know. Everything's a shoulder pad in Warhammer in the end. All comes back to shoulder pads in the end. Aye. Is his face dry? Yeah, dry enough. There we go. Oh, missed a bit. There we go. That's good, Jaggerped, I'm glad. I'm still like wandering around in circles at the roundabout. But give me like 20 minutes, I'll catch up. Right, so the reason I went with the purple is because we're going for a bit of a... I want to do Druchii Violet. So I'm going to do a similar sort of thing that I did with the Caribou Crimson, in that I'm going to like thin it down a bit and then work up. Oh, that went down the wrong hole there. Get the special mix. So actually, if I mix it in a bit with the Caribou Crimson, that should, in theory, marry it sort of all together a bit. Okay, there we go. So we've got a bit of a reddy purpley, like, I just want to The idea is I'm trying to make them look bruised and sore. So that's an absolutely... That's a sort of a purple kind of colour we've got here. Hopefully that should work all right. Just gonna get a slop on a bit and just see how that goes over the hands. No, that is way too. That's way too weak. That might be a bit better. Try the face. That's a bit better, but still a little bit weak. You know what? There we go. I think we've got it. See what we've got going on there. Overflood it there, so we'll just wick away some of that. That's a bit better. There we go. Yeah. Trying to explain things to my teenager who just came in saying, "Oh my god, these things she's an expert in because of people on TikTok." Hey, you know what? At least she's getting some kind of information from somewhere. You know, a lot of it could be very tempting just to switch off and ignore it because it's not happening on your doorstep. So I know it sounds daft and things, but I'm sure there's been some pretty good, like, I know TikTok's been like a fantastic way to disseminate information like very quickly, like with like various like protests and things like that, if like, or any like big defining moments when they need to quickly get the media out there. Like, it's been amazing to see how quickly they can disseminate the information out from there. I mean, at the same time, good or bad, like that comes down to like morality and ethics. But like, I'm not going to get into that one. But you know, it's amazing the stuff that you can find on TikTok. Well, it's amazing the stuff that gets reposted to me through another app that I actually use. I'm too old for TikTok, I don't understand it. But I know that people are doing their best. And I've overbled massively on this, so he's got a slightly purplish pinky bit up there, which is fine. You know what, purple's not working at all. Purple wash is working fine, but the... Right, what do I want to use? Actually, if I use this and then mix up a bit, yep, that'll work better. I hope your family stays safe, buddy. I really do. All right, one of those things. Yeah. I can see how you want to finish that conversation. You'd be like, no, but you see, it's happened on TikTok now, so it happened on TikTok now, which means it's just happened now. You see, now personally I love Twitter, but that is because I have curated Twitter within an inch of its life to me, so I only ever see, like, I see possums and raccoons and painted minis, and that is about it, because that is all I allow. Because there is so much stuff that is like muted and blocked. Because I'm like, I don't want to see that. I want to see cute animals, and I want to see painted minis. Right, so I'm just... I didn't like the... In the end, purple wasn't doing it for me. I had an idea in my head how I thought it was going to turn out. It absolutely did not turn out like that at all. So we're just going to start again. But I'm going to keep some of that purple underneath, just as like at the very edges. Just as kind of like a... Because it still keeps that bruised sort of thing. Because I like the description that we read in the quest book, that they are very, like, they're very pained individuals, and the transformation is like an indescribably painful one. Like, I really like that. I dig that as an idea. So I want to keep sort of like the bruising and the inflammation. I'm going to keep that going. keep that going. That sounds exhausting, Darren. Okay, that's good. So now, mix a little pale yellow. You will do. Oh, Lars, you've been doing Emperor's Children. Nice, nice. Like standing rank and file Chaos Space Marines? Or are you doing... what are they called? Noise Marines. Sure, Jules will be very interested in that. Okay. Time for it. Oh, steady, steady. Ooh, I like this. I've been saying that in most of these, but they're pretty good. It's alright, Darren, man. Sometimes you gotta get these things off your chest, don't you? Okay, that's looking a lot better. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. I started because when I was waiting for Curse City to arrive, I was like looking through my old box of like stuff that I just hadn't built. So the other night, for some reason, I don't know why, I had 10 tree revenants, so I started building like 5 of them. It was something to do. Okay, that was So that's a size 6. Get something a little bit smaller. Size 1. Yeah, that's always cool. So this was also, like, you know, to showcase Cursed City, certainly. But also I wanted to show, because it's a big thing that I always talk about, but I realise, like, on stream I haven't really put it into practice, is that you don't need, like, the fanciest brushes and tools and stuff to work, because I know a lot, like, the big thing that people ask me when they're like, they want, you know, they're interested in, like, hobby painting and stuff, is, oh, well, isn't the brush is really expensive, and this, that, and the other things. So this pack of like 12 synthetic brushes of random size, random size synthetic brushes, was about £8 from Amazon. That's all the brushes you're really gonna need. Like, paint can be expensive, but you can find cheaper paint brands, and you can do other stuff. And you don't need like every paint under the sun. If you get like just a nice, you know, you can just you mix, you know, you can mix paints and make other colors. Nah, it's alright, man. Yeah, no, I streamed yesterday for the Cursed City unboxing, because I mean, we won't go into specific, but basically it got sent to, Cursed City got sent to Jules, and then Jules sent it to us, but because of the bank holiday weekend, it took a little longer to get to us than expected. So as soon as it arrived, because I am incredibly impatient, I was like, right, on I go. Like, here I go. I'm gonna do an unboxing, because I didn't want to do the unboxing tonight, because it's like, oh, well, the unboxing is like, it's not going to be, you know, I like to do a bit of Friday night crafting. I've really got into the swing of like doing a bit of Friday night crafting, and I like doing it, you know, 2 and a bit hours. Sometimes, depending on how I'm feeling, like energy levels wise, I'll actually, once I'm done with the stream, I'll move through to my hobby desk, and I just keep painting and crafting for another little while. Right, so okay, this one. Edge highlighting can be a bit of a bastard. Like, it's when one trick I learned with edge highlighting is that it is totally cool just to go back it. Right, so I'll tell you what, I'll show. Yeah, you can kind of like you can see on here. So if I get like. So I am not, he says after painting for the past 2 hours, he was about to say, I am not an artist. But if you go, if you're like highlighting an edge, right, like that, but you're, what you've, you know, so you want it like, you know, you want it like a nice straight line, like that. But then, you know, you say you monkey it up. So we'll just get a nice straight line there. So your edge highlighting, that's the nice like sort of straight line thing that you're looking for. But you say you monkey it up. and you kind of go a bit like that. Like, so you've done that. What time are you going to? I don't know. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. I'll probably go for like another 10-15 minutes, because there's a couple of little bits and pieces here that I want to finish off, and we'll wind down. So I'll do a little bit about my theory of edge highlighting. So with that, so I've gone a bit skew whiffed, a bit wobbly there. So what I go, no, I've buggered up. You can go back and like blot out the line entirely, go over with your base color, and then like redo it again. But 9 times out of 10 at this point you've already washed. So if you do the base color, it sticks out because the base color you're using is no longer as dark as the color that is on your model. So, but what I do is, rather than black it out entirely, is you take your base color and then thin it a bit with your shade. So we'll say this is the base color that's been mixed with a little bit of the shade as a thinner, so it is now a little bit darker but the same hue as what you've shaded with, and then you just very carefully go back in like this. And there you go. So just like that, I've got a lovely straight edge. And that's how I fix my mistakes with edge highlighting. I also try and not make too many mistakes with edge highlighting because I'm really lazy. But yeah, so there you go. There's a little craft and kaiju tip for you. I hope that helps a little bit. Ah, that's cool, man. Yeah, get some painting done. Oh, is that Tesseract glow? Oh, that's painful. I've done that a bunch because I have real shaky hands, but I haven't thought about mixing in the shade. Yeah, it's not something I came up with. I picked it up from, I can't remember who. I want to say maybe Miniac, maybe someone else. I don't remember. But it was like a revelation. I was like, oh yeah, of course, my base coat doesn't look the same because I've shaded, so why would it? And then you mix it in and you go, whoop, bam. So you get a little something going on there, which works out really well in the end. Okay, so I'm going to go for like brush isn't quite small enough, so we'll go for it. Yeah, there's my size 0 champion. Oh yeah, I mean yeah. If it's already like a very like a dark one that doesn't need too much going on with it, like that's champion, isn't it? That is really painful, Darren. I am so sorry that that has happened. I really am. That is... Oh. So, I'm just going to go back over and highlight a couple of bits. What I'm doing here really is mainly just sort of having my brush like a little bit damp with a bit of paint on it, and then it's just pretty much sort of just touching it to the sharpest edges. You don't want too much paint on it because then it can get out of control, and when you're doing little small bits of detail here, like here, along these ridges and stuff, all you really want to do is just sort of catch the top parts. Like this. And with it being quite thin as well, it'll dry a little bit translucent, so it won't be too stark a contrast from everything else. You'll still see that bruising in the underlayers that we shaded up before. That's one way to keep the cats away from it. You just stand there with like the tin of emulsion, just pour it on the chair. And you go, see, this is what happens. So, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, we'll get this little bit here and here, a little bit there. That's very cool. Okay. Two chat streams? I don't know. Okay, so what we're going to do... Quite a few things. Oh man, you're more than welcome, Lars, dude. Like, this is my thing. I always want people to, like, if people have like got any hobby problems and I can help out, I'm just like, hell yeah. Like, the amount of times I have like, it's not to sound big-headed or anything like that. But like the amount of times that like Mikey or Jules like will send me a message and be like, "How do I do this?" And I'm like, "Fret not, mon frere. Like, this is how you do it." Right, okay, so I'm gonna water this the hell down. Because I've just noticed he's got like a scar on one eye. So I'm gonna water that down and I'm gonna run this into the recess, like nice and watery. Yeah, that's what I always recommend. Like, just get yourself something from like, you know, your Poundland or your dollar store equivalent. Because like, they're nice and cheap. You can do all sorts of things with them. You can have a bit of fun with them. Like they can turn into like a really cool like full art project of your own. Okay, so that's probably a little bit too much. We'll wipe away. Yeah, we'll wipe away some of that, but that's cool. Nice. Got a nice amount of red in there. That scar at the top there. That's grand, that is. So, oh, yeah, I get that one. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes it's like this is what I mean. Like I like the interaction part of it because like I like the filming like the painting tutorials that we've done in the past, but I like interacting and bouncing off with people, which I guess leads into Darren's question: why no Lawson Twitches? I'm just a bit I'm a bit of a wuss, to be honest. I do these and I don't really know because I work evenings, and I'm like, and also my computer's a piece of shit. Like I don't know how it's running these streams at times, so I don't know. I might like I do have a Twitch channel, a Twitch account, but I've not streamed in like over a year. So we'll I don't know. Yeah, it's probably something that I will do. Get myself on the Twitch, but we'll see. We'll see, because I'd quite like to like stream a couple of games and stuff like that as well. But yeah, painting and crafting and things. I think but with Twitch, I'd really like to do it up but proper, if you get me, because I've got my hobby desk next door, and that's where I've got all my cool stuff. This is just at my computer desk. So it's not quite this. It's not quite the same effect. Right, where is that? Aha, here we are. Go. So, what am I gonna do? Oh yeah, that's the XV88 there. So we're gonna get some XV88. Get that there, and then just do a quick bit of highlighting just on the fur. There we go. like the idea of doing a. I need to check. I keep forgetting to check it. It's like I need to get a check online to see if I can find a good like 3D print of Zilla and do that, because I just want like a little paint one up, a little, print it off, paint it up, make a little desktop mic. Twitch seems more restricted. Yes, I have watched Zilla vs. Kong. I fucking loved it. Absolutely loved it, top to bottom. And then watched it again. Me and Mikey watched it again together. We loved it. Had a great time of it. I don't like the reason that we've not spoken too much about it is because it only came out like just over a week ago. So I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't seen it. Like, I don't want to be that dick. But at the same time, I fucking loved the movie. So, that's looking pretty good actually. Right, so, what, if we get it closer, and then I'll do the old studio engineering. There we go. So that is what we've done. Sorry, I'm just admiring this like on my playback. I think it's pretty cool. I'm actually quite proud of the face there. If I move, will this come down more? No, it won't. Maybe there. Oh, that's a bit better. We'll go real close. How good is the focus on this thing? Not very. Oh, we're doing so well. Maybe that is too cool. Still, very good. So that is the Vargskyr. I'll probably, when I jump off, I'll finish off that vampire themed base. Hang on, so we'll just pull back and focus here. Come on, you. There we go. Ooh, sorry, a bit crunchy there. But yeah, no, that's worked out pretty well. So I think probably next week, if maybe not earlier, who knows, I might actually start doing some Twitch stuff, if that's what people are interested in. But I don't think there's going to be D&D on this Sunday, if I'm being honest. Mikey has some family issues to attend to, so I don't think he'll be back in time for D&D. So I don't think D&D is happening on Sunday. I'm not too sure if we're going to do anything different, if we'll do anything else, but I'm sure we'll keep you posted if you guys join the Discord. We usually have a lot of messages on there about the doings and the happenings of the Living Let's Dice gang. Then if you want to see more of the weird and wonderful stuff that I paint, you can find that on Instagram at Crafting Kaiju. I don't know why I forgot that. It's my name. And you can find me on Twitter as well. Yes, that's right, Darren. Fucking Twitter. At Crafting Kaiju, once again. And on Twitch. Crafting Kaiju. It's my one-stop shop. It's like I got one name. I'm just using it for everything. It's great. And if you really, really like, you know, the stuff they do, you can also get my face. Well, you can get a cartoon version of my face on a T-shirt or socks or leggings. There should be like some Teespring links or something like that down below where you can get yourself your very own official Crafting Kaiju T-shirt, which still kind of like blows my mind that one, it exists, and two, people want that. And I'm like, hey, people are walking around with me is Godzilla covering their nipples. It's great. And yeah, that's about everything. So if I don't see you beforehand, I'll see you Sunday. But if you've got any questions or want to chat or anything like that, hit us up on the Discord. Thank you very much, Jekka, for linking that. Saved me from reaching over all my paints, knocking everything over and ruining all this work. But that means y'all gotta keep your paint thin and your metal heavy. Alright, my beautiful monsters and mechas. Peace out. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Bye.